Okay.
Hey, welcome to the Eric J the Great podcast. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
That's
Uh,
good.
yeah, we have a special guest on the show today, Miss Victoria Montgomery. She owns a personal fitness company, and I do these type of interviews like business owners all the time. So,
Hmm.
um, anytime in the future, you got something that you want to promote as far as your business or talk about any real life topics. So I do those type of topics too, as far as like, child support, relationships, or things like that. You could feel free
Hmm.
to reach out to me.
Okay.
So we'll just start from the beginning and then we'll work towards your business and then what you got going on now.
Okay.
So first off, where you from and how old are you?
I am from Columbus, Ohio. I'm 34 years old,
Okay.
born and raised here. Hmm.
In Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have a friend that stays in Columbus. I come up there every here and there. He's in the military. I mean,
Okay.
we was in the military together.
Hmm.
So, what's the first thing that come to your mind when you hear your city? Like, where you from? When somebody say your city.
Okay. So the first thing, hold on, say that again for me because you were going in and out. I heard a little bit of it.
Oh, what's the first thing that come to your mind when you hear your city?
Corporate.
Corporate. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's some bad stuff that goes on too, but that's in every city. But yeah, corporate, um, pretty a great place to raise a family. I will say that. Um, yeah.
Okay. So describe how it was growing up in your city, like as far as like when you was a child and a teenager, like certain obstacles and circumstances you came across when you was growing up.
So I grew up in the hood. um, I was I grew up in this place called Lincoln Park. There for about 9 years, and then Greenbrier for about two, and then the North Side, Linden, South Linden area. Um, so growing up, I started working when I was 12 years old. Seeing my mom struggle, I didn't really want to ask her for money, so I would try to find my own job. My first job was at my middle school cafeteria, just washing dishes. Um, and since then, I've been working all my life. I kind of feel like I could retire now, but um, but yeah, I had both my parents. My dad was kind of in and out of jail, but he did the best that he could. He wasn't really there financially, but he was there physically when he could. My mom, same thing. She kind of did the best that she could, and but there were some things that I personally did not agree with when I was a kid. There was some favoritism. I was like the black sheep. So yeah, that was kind of rough a little bit, kind of dealing with favoritism and stuff like that. But I kind of look at it as my mom really didn't know how to show her love evenly between me and my sister. So my mom, she has two kids, which was me and my sister, and then I'm the oldest of 11 with my dad.
Okay.
Um, yep, the oldest. So the youngest right now is, I think he's six, 5 or 6.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's spread it out.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I kind of stayed out of trouble. I was a pretty good kid. I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, even at the age of 12, 13 years old. I always knew that I would have my own business and something. I just didn't know exactly what that was going to be. Because I just don't like being told what to do unless it's beneficial, or I don't like being on nobody else's time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's understandable. So,
Yeah.
what high school did you go to, and did you go to any college?
I went to Lyndon McKinley High School, which was right in like middle of the Lyndon area. And then I went to Mifflin High School. I did graduate a year early at this school called Norfolk. And I did go to some college. I went to Columbus State for nursing, but had a very hard time passing my psychology class.
No.
So I just ended up giving up. I did also go to school for a medical assistant. I did finish that, but I never went into becoming a medical assistant at the doctor's office or something like that. I did also go to school for aesthetics. I am still licensed in that. So, yep.
Okay. So, what activities were you into as a kid? Did you play any sports or sing or anything like that?
Now I can hold a note, but not really sing. Yes, I did track. I did basketball. I did cheerleading. I did drill team. So each year, I was trying something new. I just was definitely always active in while I was in school.
Okay. So, as far as your family is concerned, did you have any entrepreneurs in your family or anybody that was involved in like personal fitness?
I did not at all. One of my friends is actually how I got introduced to really a Black woman being an entrepreneur. So seeing her, it was actually two of my friends that, well, one, she didn't have her own business, but how she was handling her business, I looked up to that. So that's kind of how I got into wanting to get farther into being an entrepreneur.
Okay. So, when did you start to take your own personal fitness serious, and when did you grow a passion for it?
So I always knew eventually I would get into like being healthy because all of my grandparents had cancer. Seeing my mom, she's not, that healthy. My dad is not that healthy. So I'm just like, I'm not trying to be like that when I get their age. So I always knew I would get into it. I got into fitness. I started working out after the passing of my brother. So dealing with like depression and stuff, I'm like, I need to get out of this funk. I need to figure something out. So I was already watching one of my friends work out and start her journey. She was already about 3-4 months ahead of me. So seeing her change, I was like, okay, let me see if she'll train me. And I actually didn't have no interest in becoming a trainer. It was the fact one of my friends kept saying, like, you would be a good trainer, because I would basically kind of train her while we would go work out together, one of my other friends. And she kind of put the bug in my ear. And then another trainer that I was training with, he also had put the bug in my ear as well, because I would always help him with his clients, just motivating them to keep going. And that's kind of how I got into it. I did fall in love with fitness while I was on my own journey, so it became very easy. I always knew also that I was going to teach something. I didn't know what. And then when I was introduced to fitness and started my own journey, and I was just realizing how much stuff I didn't know about food, about health, about working out, I was like, yeah, our people definitely need to know like this, how this go, because it's not what you think it is. Yeah.
So, first off, so what's the name? Tell the people the name of your business, and then what like made you just start a business in fitness? Because people could take their own personal fitness serious, but not necessarily start a business in it.
Right. So my business name is Amore Fitness LLC. The name came from my son's middle name. His middle name is Amore, which also means love. So Love Fitness. So that's kind of how I came up with that name. I just knowing all the things that I did not know, and the ignorance of it all. Like, even with my family now, I don't even get invited to cookouts or Thanksgiving anymore because they just think I'm gonna talk about them. Like, I'm not worried about y'all now. If y'all start asking me questions, then that's different. I'm gonna tell you need to sit that plate down. But it was just the unknown, the not paying attention, like the hiding in plain sight, like the nutritional facts that is there in our face and we don't even pay attention to it, or some people don't even know how to read it. And that's why I was like, I need to get my people to understand, like, this is way deeper. It's not even about like looking good. It goes into like our health, like cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. None of that is hereditary. That is all coming from the food. So once we understand that, then that's when it's like, okay, I can stop the ongoing of cancer or diabetes or high blood pressure.
Okay. So what days and hours are you guys open? And I know you had said something earlier about someone you looked up to. Who was that person as far as like who you looked up to in business?
So that was my friend Alicia Thomas. She was a hairdresser. She does hair, and she's ran her own business. She had her own shop and everything, but it just works better for her to be in someone else's shop. But just seeing her, and that was really my first time seeing a Black woman run her own business.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of how I got it. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta do something, because she gets to do what she wants when she want to do it, take people in when she wants. So that's kind of how that happened. Far as the hours, so I'm actually training at someone else's facility.
Okay.
So my hours kind of depend. So I train in-person group training Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, mornings from like 7 to 12. And then I have a group class at 7 p.m. on those same days. Then I do also offer virtual training. That's one-on-one, so I'm able to work around your schedule a little bit. Also, the in-person training is also, I'm able to work around your schedule with that as well. And then I also just added that I'll be doing at-home training, where I come to your house and train you. Okay. Some people do have their own gym at their house or at their apartment complex, and it may be better for me to come to them.
Okay. So when did your business first open, and how long you been in business now?
November of 2020. So little over a year and a half now. Yep, so a little over a year and a half now that I've been in business for myself. Well, as far as the Amore Fitness.
So, like anything else in life, when you're good at something, like you have to build confidence in it. It's just like, it's like a certain point. Like, it's just like playing sports, you could be good at it, but it's like that one game or that one moment that make you have real confidence that you could really pursue it. So what was that moment for you as far as like business and personal fitness?
It was more so when I first announced that I was going to be a trainer, or actually before I even mentioned that I was going to be a trainer, and people were inquiring about me being if I would train them. And that was kind of where I was like, these people have been watching my journey. They know what I can do for myself. So I'm sure they feel like I can do the same for them. And for me, it's just about me being passionate about what I do. Like that plays a major part in it, because when you're passionate about what you do, then the money will come. You don't have to go chase the money. So yeah.
Yeah. Just like Yo Gotti said, don't chase the money, chase the dream.
Yes, and I feel that 100%. And I used to chase the money, and there's a huge difference. You may not get paid as much as you want, but the freedom that you have with your time is priceless.
Yeah. You always want to do the things you don't want to do so you can do the things that you want to do.
Absolutely.
So, everybody wants people to a certain extent to support or like what they got going on. So like when you first started doing this personal fitness business, as far as training people, how did the city embrace you when you first got things up and going consistently?
It's kind of to be honest, because this wasn't my first business and I already seen like how the support system here is, I feel like sometimes it could be a popularity thing here in this city. So I mainly focus on who do support me. I really try not to really concern myself about who don't. Any support is helpful, even if I don't know that you supported me. Like if you tell somebody about me, then great. Like I don't really like look for people to support me only by coming to get service from me. I look at it in different ways. It can be somebody saying word of mouth. It could be a post. It can be you coming to me, you send it to somebody. It can be anything. So I really try not to focus on like the big support and not focus on the little support. I'm more focused on like who's been down with me from the beginning and still support me.
Okay. So for anybody that wants to get into the personal fitness business like you, as far as training people, could you explain to some people the pros and cons, like first starting out, like what you had to encounter?
Yes, I sure can. So the good thing about like kind of just jumping into something is you learn a lot about what to do and what not to do, the pros and cons. So first, I want to say, don't wait until something is perfect. Like nothing is going to be perfect enough for you to be like, okay, this is it. Just jump out there and do it and just learn from your mistakes. I will say that with being an entrepreneur or being a businesswoman, you're going to lose money. So that's that. Like it's going to happen one way or another. There's really not a way around it. Second, follow the people. Start following other personal trainers. I follow a lot of personal trainers, a lot of people that's in health, a lot of holistic nutritionists. Start surrounding yourself around those types of people and reach out. Don't be scared to reach out to other trainers in your city. If they want to help, they want to help. If not, they don't. Be aware of the people that's not serious. Like figure out a way to pull in people that are serious. One way that I started pulling in people that were serious is I have a 3-month commitment contract. You cannot start with me unless you fill out this contract, because I don't want anybody that's not going to take serious, because I'm putting a lot of information out there to you, and I'm dedicated to everything that you are going to need while you're on this journey. So I don't want nobody half-assing me if I'm going to give my all. So yeah, that's one thing. Try to figure out like what works best for you, as far as like being able to pull clientele in. And then also find your people that you are trying to target. Like for me, I'm been really trying to target like high-end clientele. And then don't be scared to up your prices. Like at first it was like $20 a session. No, I feel like you should start off at like maybe $30, $40 a session, group sessions. Like one-on-one need to be $60, $70 starting off. Like don't be scared to up your prices because you're trying to get clientele in. Like I'm noticing I'm actually getting more clients with my prices as what they are now than the ones that are cheaper. And then when you are charging cheaper, you also gain people that's not gonna take it serious because they like that ain't nothing. That's $60 a week. I don't mind wasting that.
All right.
So yeah, that's so important. Like figure out a way to know who your clientele is or who you're trying to target. Come up with terms and policies because that's people are not going to take you serious, especially when you're Black, especially when you're a Black woman. They don't take Black women in fitness as serious. There's a lot more men that's doing way better in fitness because for some reason they just take men more serious. Friends or family, it applies the exact same way for friends or family. They don't get no discount. They don't get to show up late. They don't get to not sign that contract. Like I treat everybody the same. So yeah.
Yeah, one key point you brought up too, and I talked about this on a podcast episode, like I think it was about a month ago. I was talking with my friend and I was telling him that, you know, a lot of people like to use the boss label, but they don't want to invest in themselves. And like, you know, I was like a real people, like if you really believe in what you're doing, you are really the almost go broke investing in it because you believe in it.
Yeah.
No dollar.
Investors is not like rich. Like I feel like I'm broke. Like because I'm constantly spending money towards my business to better my business, to better me, to learn. And when you want to learn from these millionaires, that stuff don't be cheap.
You're right.
That stuff don't be cheap. You just can't grow. And I'm not even considering myself a boss until I get the paperwork that my stuff is trademarked. I'm still waiting on that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Once that come in, then I'm like, I'm a boss.
Well, yeah. So I know you said something about your services. Do you have any more services that you offered besides the ones that you said? And do you have like a staff that help you out, or are you just a one-person machine right now?
So the other service that I have is I provide personalized meal plans. So the meal plan will go over like foods that you like, what you don't like. I'll ask you what your schedule is, what's your lunch break, your regular break, and kind of make the meal plan around your schedule and around foods that you like and what you don't like. And what was the other question that you asked me?
Do you have a staff that help you, or are you just a one-person machine?
So sorry about he's done. So I did just hire an assistant. She don't know that this is about to save my life, because when it comes to running your own business and you are trying to elevate, you do need help. Like I want to be just a trainer. Right. I don't want to be the trainer, the assistant, the web designer, the marketing agent. Like I don't want to do all the other stuff. So I did just hire an assistant. I'm trying to get my funds together now to be able to hire a marketing manager and a web developer. And then I also just got me a financial advisor. And then what's the other person that I'm looking to get? An accountant. So yeah, I'm trying to get my ducks in a row. This year was the year to really like learn how to use your money that's going to allow you to make more money.
Right. Yeah, you have to spend it in the right places. Like I was I was interviewing this artist yesterday. I interview a lot of rappers because I
Mm-hmm.
used to do security for a lot of big time artists. So I was telling him, I was like, a lot of people think marketing is just posting on social media. And I was like, only your friends is gonna see that, and even then, only a percentage of them gonna see that. I was like, you got YouTube ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads,
Yeah.
you got billboards. Like I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and
Okay.
you can get on a billboard from between $700 to $10,000. A lot of people don't even know that billboards is cheaper
Yeah.
than what you think, and
Yeah, that's something I'm going to get into too. Is the billboard thing as
and
well, because that'll allow me to get more people that don't know who I am. That's been another focus that I've been trying to reach out to people that don't even know I exist. Like, how can I get people to know who I am that don't know who I am? And
right,
TikTok has definitely showed out. Like, I've been on there for a few months, and just out of nowhere, I've been getting like mass followers.
mm,
So I'm excited about that. And no, it's maybe about 3 to 4 followers that I know. Everybody else, I don't know none of them.
wow, yeah, TikTok is making everything is crazy as far as the music business and everything. They said like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
music artists get discovered off TikTok now versus
Yeah.
any other platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing that I kind of want to go back a little bit when you would ask me like, what's some advice? So paying yourself, paying yourself before you pay anybody else. Before anybody else gets your money, you gotta pay yourself, and then make it a reasonable price on how much you're gonna pay yourself. So I pay myself about 30%
Mm.
of the dollar, and then everything else goes to business or bills.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to know how to pay yourself because you got to know how to fraction that money out in different areas.
Yeah.
So like as far as the enrollment process, like do people just have to just hit you up on social media and then you introduce the contract to them and tell them the prices of the services? That's how it go, or how does it go?
So I have a website. I give them the booking site. Then they need to book a consultation. Then that's when we kind of go over everything. I do read the consultation to them because I don't want them to say they didn't know. And then I send it to them for them to read it again themselves and have them sign it. But yep.
Okay. So as far as your city where your business is based, describe the current state of it. Like, is business thriving in that city? Is it like a nice location for that type of business, or like how is
Um, Columbus, Ohio is like a very tight circle. So what I try to do this year was try to get myself outside of that circle. I've been in that circle, a group of people, for so long. So my focus this year was try to get outside of that circle and try to find out like who don't know about me. The support here is light. It's
it?
light. It's light if you're in that circle.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I mean by that is like I'm gonna just say like the popularness.
Oh yeah.
The popular kids. I don't even like saying that. I really don't. But that's kind of the only way I can kind of explain it. But yeah, I've been really focused on getting out of that circle.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to, especially in business, like you gotta rub shoulders with everybody because a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
will stay in a box and be comfortable with people that look like us, but you gotta be comfortable with talking with all races.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a little dry here because a lot of people are not really too concerned about their health and fitness. It's like a handful. I am actually moving to Georgia at the end of this year. And I was just there this past weekend. And when I say the love from our people was just overwhelming, it was great. Like I had the time of my life this past weekend, and I come back here and it's just like just dry.
Georgia is like, yeah, it's just crazy. Like I used to stay in Atlanta, but like a lot of like with the music business and any type of business where it's like support entering it, like everybody support everybody down there. Like I don't know what it is. Like I think it's because it's like the Black Hollywood, Atlanta, or surrounding areas around Atlanta, but it's a lot of gems out there too. So a lot of stuff will pick up down there as far as because everybody's so clustered together. So yeah, Georgia, best location.
Yeah, I'm excited about that move because I kind of missed some opportunity. I actually went to a conference, like a seminar, down there this past weekend, and I'm kind of mad that I wasn't already living there because I did miss some opportunities. But I do have a job as a trainer there when I go, so that's a good thing. And I did connect with some very important people, some people that are connected. So. Yeah, here I don't know, like, so it just feels like you will reach a place here and then you can't elevate no more.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, that's how it is here. I don't feel like it's like that in Georgia.
Right, yeah, the sky's the limit in places like that.
Here, there's a limit. Even with the music, my boyfriend, he does music. So I was telling him, like, we need to go in order for you to take off the way that you should, because it's already past due. We need to move.
Yeah, Georgia, like I know a lot of rappers in Georgia because I did a lot of security for a lot of people down there and a lot of producers. So yeah, Georgia is one of those type places where all you got to do is go outside and you could be standing in a bar with somebody and that dude could be an artist or a producer and you not only don't even know it and y'all just chopping it up and before you know it, y'all doing some business together,
Yeah.
So
yep.
So as far
that's why I'm outside now because he's doing some music and I didn't want to interrupt what he was doing.
So as far as your business, like as far as I know you was talking about other personal trainers in the city, do they do collabs or is it just like everybody mind their own business?
Yes, they do collabs. I've collabed with a couple trainers here myself. But yeah, they do collab. I don't really have any issues with any of the other trainers. Like I'm very supportive. Like I don't try to, it's enough money for everybody. It's definitely enough money for everybody. So yeah, I feel like they get along. In every business, there's always some type of drama going on, but that's just the norm.
Okay. So what would you say is your biggest accomplishment so far as your business?
That's a good question. Being the proof, I will say me being the proof, like showing that it can be done. Yeah.
And what are some things you like doing when you're not concerned with your business?
I'm usually hanging out with my kids, taking them out to eat, or I did start getting into listening to books a lot. I no longer listen to music in my car, straight books. I'm kind of boring, believe it or not. I do love to travel when I can, but I am a homebody or doing something out with the kids. Definitely love being outside, like walking and stuff.
Okay. So what are your short and long-term goals as far as your business?
My short-term goal is to build up a celebrity clientele. Long-term goal is to open up a gym called, it's going to be a gym loft. So you know how they have the salon lofts where each stylist have their own room? I want to do that with a gym
Okay.
where trainers have their own room to train their clients.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be dope because even if you get other smaller personal trainers, you probably could charge them rent or something like that, you know, if they
Yep.
want to.
And that's the plan. Yep.
Okay. Do you have anything else coming up for this year or beginning of next year as far as like your business that you want people to know about?
Yes, so June 18th of this year, from 12 to 4, I will have a How Food Works event. So the event is going to basically be how food works for everything. So how food works for hair, how food works for skin, fitness, your body, your gut, medicine. So I wanted to get people to understand how food works, and we don't need the other stuff like the medicine, the drugs, because that's what it is.
Right.
The drugs, or even the stuff, hair and skin. Like we don't need the other shampoo and stuff like that because we have our food that actually we can use for shampoo or skincare. Yep. So that is available in person, and it's also going to be available virtual.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. You know, as far as my personal fitness, you know, I was in dog shape when I was in the military. Then I retired from the military 2 years ago, and like I just got a little lazy. But I'm gonna start working back out consistently. I still go to the gym. I just don't go every week. It might be like every 2 weeks or something. Cause
that ain't nothing. You gonna eat right back what you love.
Well, I'll be telling my friends, I was like, I just have to get back in that mindset because I was like, it's different where y'all was going to the gym the whole time I was in the military. You'd be able to do what you want to do versus being forced to work at somebody else's pace and doing it as long as they want to do it. You know, that's totally different circumstances, you know. So what do you want people to know your business for?
That I am trying to create a understanding of a healthier lifestyle. Like it's not about wanting a nice body. Like you take care of your body won't take care of you. It's about when you get older, are you going to be one to be on a whole bunch of meds? And knowing that food, when you eat, it's not about just eating a salad and you're healthy. Like you can have still a lot of the favorite foods that you like. So yeah, my goal is just to change as many people's lives as I can to a healthier lifestyle.
Okay. And we got the last two questions. So as far as I know we had touched on this a little earlier, but as far as do you have any more advice for anybody, you know, starting a business in this field for first starting out?
Do your research and start doing what you are wanting to expect your potential clients to do. I feel like my business is going good because I was already like showing my own journey. So they were able to trust me more. So you can't just want to get in this business because you think you're gonna make money, because it's not always good. Like it's been times where I was literally down to 2 clients paying $20 a session.
Oh yeah.
So it gets rough. It's not always like good money. Now, when it gets good, it gets good. But when it gets bad, it gets bad. So I would just say, like, really do your research. Make sure you grow a passion for it, because if you don't, you're not gonna last. And be open. This is a very important one. Be open to learning from somebody else, because sometimes if I see somebody doing the form incorrectly, I will DM and then be like, hey, can I suggest something? And be open to just learning and taking criticism.
Right.
There's good and there's bad. Be open to taking criticism.
Okay. And any closing remarks you want to say as far as your business, and then let people how to find you on social media and your website, things like that.
So if you have any kids and you're on your own journey, you need to have them on the same journey. It is not fair that you know everything that's going on with this food and stuff, and because your kids, you want to make your kids happy, you can't be like, well, I still let them eat this, that, and the third. My kids, my family, they eat the exact same way I eat because now I know better. And just really just take it day by day. You're not going to get it in, hell, you're not going to get it in 6 months. I'm still learning to like let go of certain things. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It don't work like that at all. And just pray about it. That's the number one thing I should have said, because without me praying about asking God to give me the strength to get through this journey, I don't think I would have made it, because it ain't the first time I tried. You can find me at Pretty Fit Vic. That is my personal journey Instagram, and my client's Instagram is _Amor Fitness. That's AMOR Fitness. You can also find me on Facebook at Victoria Montgomery, and my website is www.amorfitnessllc.com.
And yeah, I appreciate you coming on the podcast today. I'll be trying to balance my time between working at the post office and then roaming on the internet, finding business owners or reaching out to some of my rapper friends and seeing if they got any upcoming artists and stuff like that come on a podcast. So my podcast on 12 different streaming platforms, and I'm verified on Google too. So I've been doing this for like 2 years now. I started in April of 2020 when the pandemic first happened. But like I said before, like anytime you got something as far as your business, or if you want to just come on a podcast, have barbershop type conversations, because sometimes I had like 4 or 5 people on here and we be talking about like real stuff as far as people come across in their lives. Like, I know I had a topic on police brutality. I had topics on people should go 50-50 in a relationship, like real stuff. I know people.
That's a good one.
Come across, so you can hit me up anytime, and it don't take me that long to set up an episode about it. And I always like to give people a platform and talk about what they got going on, or just talk about real life stuff, because I'm a big advocate of behavioral health. I was real depressed in the military from, going to Afghanistan, losing people that was close to me and things like that. So I always support people that's either going to therapists or things like that, because I know it helped me going to a therapist every weekend, talking about the same. So
yeah. Okay, I sure will. I'm gonna have to give you my boyfriend information, because he does do music, and I'm not just saying this because he's my boyfriend. He is a genius when it comes to music.
Okay, is he an artist or a producer, or he does like both?
He's an artist. He does do a little bit of producing. He does engineer his own music as well.
Okay. Yeah. I interviewed a lot of artists. Like if you go check on my YouTube, I've been interviewing a lot of artists lately, a lot of big artists in Louisville. Like, there's a couple artists here in Louisville. I think they about to hit that next level because their
Mm-hmm.
views is going crazy. Like they getting over a
Okay.
million views on YouTube and stuff. So, but
Yes,
yeah,
he's dropping like 100 songs this year. That's his goal. His name is Dre Singleton.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to search him and look him out because I mean, you know, everybody knows the big artists like Drake and Lil Baby and people like that, but I like finding other people that a lot of people don't know about it, and if I like their music, I'll be listening to it in the car because I don't like listening to the same thing all the time.
Yeah, you gonna like it. I can guarantee that. Yeah, for a fact. Like I'm not. I know it's like that's your boyfriend just saying it. No. Or I wouldn't probably be listening to it myself. Like, oh babe, yeah, keep trying.
At least you're honest. Like, that's the best quality. Like when somebody doing something, you could be honest with them. Don't let them just keep doing something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you haven't reached out to me or you give me information however you want, I could do a podcast with him too, whenever. I know I'm free tomorrow, but if it's after tomorrow, I'll have to do it sometime in the afternoon because I don't get off till like 5, but it had to be like later in the afternoon as far as if it's
Okay.
the other day this week.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let him know.
Okay. And yeah, I'm on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, every podcast app you can think of, I'm on there. So
Okay.
yeah, Spotify just started doing video podcasts. So you could actually look at podcasts on instead of listening to them on Spotify now, just like YouTube. So I just started doing visuals 2 weeks ago, and
Mm-hmm.
I started pulling up on people as far as like on some $1 million worth of game type of stuff. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I was doing all audio at first, but you know, a lot of people like to see visuals. So I'm just doing
Yeah.
visuals from now on.
Okay.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show today. I'm gonna drop this at noon tomorrow, and
Okay.
I'm gonna drop it on YouTube at noon. But I'm gonna drop it on all the other streaming platforms tonight. And then just hit me up whenever you got something going on or you want to come on a podcast. I drop at least like 2 to 3 episodes a week. So,
Okay.
and I
All
appreciate.
right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And I appreciate you coming on the show. And this concludes today's episode. And you have a nice night.
You too.
All right.